Salutations, fellow knights of the Puzzle Beast table. My name is Mr. Hamdalot, and you're probably wondering where the heck I am, aren't you? Well, I'm staying over at my mama's house because, well, long story. Well, basically, my older sister went to on vacation for the first week of June, and currently it's June 3rd, 4th. I don't remember. I think it's the 3rd by the time I'm recording this. And she's not even halfway done through it. She's going to be in Arkansas the first week. Long story. And basically, I'm basically staying over at my grandmother's house for at least the week while she's gone, because she usually stays with my mama and blah 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 blah. Dobby's here too, by the way. So yeah. As you read by the title of today's video, I am doing another installment, long overdue, an Aspie's Guide to Gaming, episode, what is this, 13? 12? I want to say 13. I know it's been a while. I haven't done a video of like this since since the GameCube Switch controller for Smash Ultimate, but I know it's been a few months. I know. I've been pretty busy and haven't had time to review games lately. But I'm here today at my mama's, and I remembered that I was like, ooh, I gotta record a video while I'm here. So today, you read the title already, we are reviewing the Nintendo DS. Now, the Nintendo DS was basically released in November 21st, 2004, but discontinued in 2013. Rude. How dare you, grandfather clock? Sorry about that. So basically, the Nintendo DS, it's kind of an interesting console, actually. Fun fact, it has sold over 154 million units, making it not only the best-selling handheld console in the world, but also the second best-selling console, period. It's basically runner-up in the console popularity list, number one being the PlayStation 2. Now, the Nintendo DS is an interesting beast. Like, let me just take the game I have out here so I don't get copyrighted, probably. I don't know. Hey, you can see me. Hello. So, as you can tell from the front, it has a light for it has two lights right there. The one on the... Hang on. Okay. The one on the left is for when you know it's charging. While it's charging, it glows orange. But then the one on the right turns on, and it shows power and how much battery you have. Now, when we open this up, you see on the side we have the power switch and a stylus pen, which honestly, it works pretty well with some games. Some games are better than others. And on the bottom, we have a headphone jack. Excuse me. We have a volume meter, or volume switch. And on the bottom here, for those who are too young to remember, if you remember my first episode of an Aspie's Guide to Gaming, and if you're too young to remember the original DS, this part comes out, and you can basically play Game Boy Advance games on your DS. Now, unfortunately, I've done some research, and it does not play... Well, actually, I learned from experience. It does not play original Game Boy or Game Boy Color. It's not like the Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Advance SP, where it was backwards compatible with all those games. But it's more like the Game Boy Micro on the bottom, where it only plays Game Boy Advance. And when you want to protect your games, this cartridge thingy, you just slide that back in. Now, the DS shows that it's a dual screen thing by having a replica of the screens right there. Now, when you open it up, well, actually, also on top. Forgot to mention that. You see a charger port, a slot where the games go for the DS, and a left and right trigger. And on the inside, it has a usual layout that most people are familiar with, a traditional D-pad. This is before the Circle Pad Pro, keep in mind, for all those who are too young to remember. And has a start and select key. And, of course, the usual function of Nintendo buttons, X, A, B, 1, Y. This is the reason why you have to be careful when you press X. Whether it be on an Xbox, Nintendo, Sony, or even a PC computer game, you have to be careful where you find X. That gets a little confusing because I'm more of a Microsoft gamer. But anyway, also, I want to say this is the first console to feature this little notch right here. That is a microphone. It would show up if it'll focus. Oh well. So yeah, the Nintendo DS. Now, fun fact: there were actually 3 different upgrades to the DS, and this is one of those upgrades. I actually have 2 of them. I want to say this is the silver one, or there probably is a more technical name for it, but this is the silver one. And I have my little sister's. I think it's like a rose gold, but I actually think it's more of a rose color. I'm not sure what the name of the color is, actually. Does it say on the back? Nope. Okay. So basically I have 2 of these. I would have 3 of these, but interesting story. This is not my original DS. My original DS was a pure white DS. And, whew, do I have a story to tell. My original DS, I was playing on it at a church of mine. I don't know whether to say the name because the church is condemned. I won't say it to protect the innocent. But basically, my old church, not the one I currently go to, it sucked. But basically, my original DS was white, and one day I went to an all-nighter for like a New Year's Eve service, I guess, at my old church, and basically I took a nap in one of the rooms, and while I was napping, some prick, I kept it clean, some prick stole my DS. Some bratty, snotty child, snobby, I don't know. Some brat took my DS. And 2 games I had for it. One of them being cooking, one of them being shovelware, one of them being a THQ game, which I don't miss that much. But at the time, I was pissed. And kind of still am. But anyway. But basically, my white DS got stolen, and I still I had a lot of bullcrap people at that old church. Thankfully, I'm now in a nicer church. We left that church years ago. But anyway, enough about personal DS drama. And now back to the topic at hand, and that is the games. The games for the DS. Well, at launch, the Nintendo DS had 22 games at launch worldwide. But less than a third of them. But about less than 1/3 of them made it to America. For those wondering, it only had 7 games in America at launch. But I almost forgot about to talk to the upgrades. Now, the original DS, it's a bit of a bulky design, not gonna lie. It's like this, only it has it somehow went through plastic surgery on the sides, because they are a little higher, a little more inflated, you could say. But anyway, but these 2 models are the DS Lite, which are basically an upgrade of the first upgrade to the Nintendo DS. Them having a slimmer. It's like the PS2 Slim, only for a handheld console. It's like the Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP, where it's slimmer and less bulky. That only is a Nintendo DS equivalent. Now, about the games I have for the Nintendo. Oh yeah, almost got the other two. There's also a DSi, which featured two which featured a dual lens camera, two on the front, two on the inside. Well, two on the front, two on the back, two on the front. I don't know why they did that, but they also made an XL version of that. Yeah, there was a 3DS. There was a DSi XL. This is like, that's like an XL before. That's like a. I don't know where I'm going with this. It also had a lot of weird accessories which I don't have. I learned through YouTube and Google and Wikipedia that I learned through some people that other YouTubers that it had like a few accessories that I've heard about, but all of them are kind of weird. And then I learned more. It had a rumble pack, which I don't have. I don't have any of the accessories, by the way. To name a few, it had a rumble pack, which would go into the Game Boy Advance slot, and it make your controller rumble. Like it's like the N64, but for a handheld. It's like the N64 rumble pack, but for the controller, but in a handheld version. Another thing it had was, interestingly enough, an MP3 player. I think it was only released in Japan though. Also, another thing it had was the guitar grip controller, which, well, it basically, again, like the Rumble Pack, you fit it right here, and for those who remember Guitar Hero, it was basically a video game where you play guitar with a weird plastic accessory crap. It was not my cup of tea. But the guitar grip controller, they also made a Guitar Hero DS, which you add the rumble. It's like a rumble pack where you insert it to the DBA slot, and well, you basically press buttons in order to strum the guitar. I don't understand it at all. But enough about the weird accessories. It's about time we talk about the games. I just keep feeling like I'm forgetting something. I keep forgetting everything. Now, the games that I have for the Nintendo DS, it's pretty slim compared to how many games were released. The games has around 8. The amount of games this console has, it's extreme. 1,839 games. Now you're probably wondering how many games I have. Well, 8 in the box, and 5 without a box. Yeah, I don't really like the DS. I'm not that much of an avid collector for it. Not as much as the 360 or the Game Boy Advance, honestly. Now, the games that I have for it might be subpar, but hey, it's better than my PS3 collection, which only has 1. But here are the games that I have for it. Now, a lot of these, almost all of these are pretty much shovelware. Yeah, the DS was basically known as like the handheld Wii. It looks cool, but the games are poop. Like, My Baby 3 and Friends. I'm surprised they made a third game in this series. That's actually my little sister's. It's not mine, but she gave it to me, so oh well. There's also Cooking Mama, which I remember being fun, but now that I'm older, it's probably pretty boring. But it was somehow Best of E3 2006 winner by IGN.com. How? I don't know. There's also a lot of... Well, there are some games that are fun, but others, like... Ah! That failed. Okay, let me pick those up. Fail. Such a fail. Hello. Okay, that happened. Some of the games for this are... A lot of the games I have are made by Disney. Like, a couple of the games I own are made by Disney, which are one of the Chicken Little, Ace in Action, this movie has not aged well since the beginning. Now, when I was a kid, I used to love the movie, believe it or not, but now that I'm matured, it's like, I can see why people hate it. And Meet the Robinsons. This, however, is a good movie. The game, not so much. Has little to do with the movie as possible, honestly. Because I can't get past this World 2. Ugh. Now, anyway. I also have a SpongeBob game. What else is new? And I have I Spy Funhouse, which is short and stupid. I finished the game in less than an hour. Anyway, now if you want a good game or two, like a good puzzle game, I'd go with Professor Layton and the Curious Village. This game is hard, but it literally took me 10 years since it was released to finish the game. I finished it like 3 years ago, and I finished it for the first time 3 years ago, maybe 2, and the game came out in 2007. You can't read that. But yeah, the brain teasers are like, whew, they are brutally tough. And it had a major plot twist I was not anticipating. If you wanna know more about that, you have to I don't have a playthrough of it, but look up a wiki page. I don't know. Now, another game that's like a guilty pleasure in the DS library, from my DS library, is Mystery Case Files Million Hair, which basically is where a millionaire goes missing and he has to find his heir. Like an heiress or heir, it's hard to explain. Like the person in Wait who he decided. Stupid alarm clock or grandfather clock. Now, Mystery Case Files Millionaire. It's pretty basic if you know what you're doing. But it's a guilty pleasure for me because I love the Mystery Case Files series. I didn't even know they made a Wii title, which I'm still looking for, but they're mainly a PC company and a PC game company, and well, I love their game series. Like I have a small I'm starting a small PC collection that I found in my family, my living room computer desk, and most of the games are Mystery Case Files. So yeah. Now, the games that I have for that don't have a case to them, well, Goosebumps Horrorland. If you saw the Game Grumps version playing it, if you saw the Game Grumps playing this on the Wii, the DS is worse. I don't want to see him play it. Nintendogs. Dalmatian and Friends. I have that crap. Nintendogs, Dalmatian and Friends. There's not much to this game. I never played it, and I never will. Crafting Mama. Same as Cooking Mama, but with crappy crafting. And of course, but I can't have a DS collection without not one but 2 Pokemon games. Them being Pokemon Heart Gold version and Pokemon Black version 2. And I actually didn't buy these games. I got them as a gift from my best friend in school. He basically got me those games as like a gift because I was graduating and we've been friends for like 2 years. I didn't have that many Pokemon games. Other than those 2, I have Pokemon Red, X, Y, no, not Y, Moon, and Ultra Moon. And Let's Go Eevee. I don't have that many Pokemon games, I just realized. Holy crap. So yeah, let me reorganize this. Oh yeah, by the way, the game I pulled out was Atlantis Scorpiantis, the SpongeBob game. Okay. So yeah, I think I might do a rundown eventually of which games. I might give an individual review of these games at some point. Once I find recording software for DS, I'm not sure how to do that, but yeah, I might do a review of all these games and do all in good timing, but basically I just thought I'd do this video because, well, the DS, it's not my favorite console because of all the shovelware it has, but yeah, it's still a good console. Somehow it's the runner-up for best-selling console of all time, but I don't know how that happened, honestly. Well, actually, that would make the DS stolen story make sense, but because it was so popular at the time. Anyway, so either way, the DS was definitely it was basically the end of the Game Boy era, but the start of something that would basically, well, be beyond the it was the start of a new era for the handheld console market of Nintendo. And I gotta admit, it has some perks, but stupid clocks, good grief. But anyway, it has some perks, but a lot of bad stuff about it too, like mainly the games. But either way, it's still a good console. So if you can find one very cheap, I'd recommend buying it. So yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video today. I know it's been a while since my last upload, but for those who watched my last video, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if I remember, I don't know how to link. I would link it in the description, but I'm not sure how to do that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like you're dropping the bass. Wow, wow. And give the old subscribe button the old smizzity smack. And I'll see you fella nights in the next video. Tudes.